Very good morning. I'm just making a video walkthrough for the questionnaire what is shared for me. Probably this will give a clear clarity on both the sides and make things more easy. So I'll try to probably answer all your questionnaire in this video. I'll also attach the PDF which I'm being using here. So, going to the topic, rate limiting, I'll probably take one practical experience which have been used for this. In my previous org, which is so-called Book My Show, I use this rate limiting service in one of my business problems. So I'll try to cover that use case. I'll take examples, taking Book My Show into consideration, so that it will be easy for me to take you to the point what I'm trying to convey. So the first, I'll probably start with what rate limiting is, how it's impacting our business, what kind of operational overheads we had, what security concerns we face, and how we tackle this. So I'll just go with that, and then probably I'll deep dive into the solutions. And more in concern, I'll only take time to explain in detail about the sliding time window which we have implemented here. So before implementing rate limiting, I'll just walk through about our flow, the workflow or the business flow which happens. So all the requests which comes in for booking will pass via load balancer. We have our AWS zone, which has basically three instances. These are all auto scales, which are all Kubernetes spots, basically. So whenever the request comes based on the traffic and the request, these pods gets scaled up, and whenever the traffic goes down, they get scaled out. So this all happens automatically. Now here, the main important instance which I want to try to probably cover is only about the rate limiting part. So, what is the importance and what is the usage of rate limiting? Why it is so important for us from the business point of view, from the operational point of view, from the security point of view? I want to cover these 3 points in this video. So, generally, I have a user who tries to book their tickets. So all his requests passes via the load balancer and goes to any one of the service, which is so called as a booking service. And the booking service, what it does is once the user has initiated the ticket service, or once he has initiated the transaction, we block the particular ticket for 10 minutes or 15 minutes of time. So if I select a particular seat, till the payment is done, we block the particular seat. And once the payment is done, we come permanently block the ticket and give the ticket information or share the ticket information to the customer. This is how it happens. So this blocking of 10 minutes of time is something a critical thing for us from the business point of view. So generally, these actors or threat actors or bots, what they does probably is these actors or bots are not a legitimate users, who really don't want to book a ticket and make payment. Uh, they just want to play with our services. So they just tend to initiate transactions via the load balancer. Now, the system, if there is no rate limit, this is all explanation I'm giving without rate limit. The system will try to block the seat for that particular 10 minutes of time. Ideally, these customers are not a valid customer. They don't want to really pay and make the transaction complete. They just block it for that time duration. So what happens is when these bots, bots really induce lot number of transactions at a particular time slots. So what we have observed is there are really tickets available, but yet on the system, when we see on Book My Show platform, we see these are not available for a real customer to purchase, because the 10 minutes time frame which is there to block the seat till the payment happens, that time frame these bots and actors are utilizing it and not allowing my regular customers or genuine customers to buy the tickets. So we really want to stop this behavior. We want to limit a certain number of transactions for a particular user or for a bot. So that's when we thought that rate limiting is very much useful. More than the business, the other problem which we faced was the operational overhead. When huge number of transaction hits, when the traffic increases, which we think it was a genuine traffic, we used to expand our infra. It auto scales. But generally, when we relook at back, these are not a real transactions. They are just coming to hack our system. So Even though we don't have a real payment happening there, but our infra cost is increasing. So this is one of the biggest operational overhead which we used to face. Hence, this was a concern. So both from business point of view, where the seats are really shown as blocked because of too many requests coming from the bots or from the non-regular customers or illegal customers. In spite the tickets have been available at the theater end, at the event place. And second is the operational cost increasing. Third problem we also have is the security concern, where we throw certain coupons for the customers, to utilize and get advantage during the festival time, other times. So what happened? These bots used to utilize these coupons and make hundreds of transactions without paying, and we used to end up saying, "Hey, the rewards are not being utilized properly," but yet we see the reward is used. So there's various security concerns also, which we faced during our implementation in 2015. So we thought there should be a solution which we have to keep in place. So that's when we thought of rate limiting. So rate limiting primarily is an entity which we designed where we can restrict number of requests per a user for a particular time frame. So for a second, we say 10 requests per second or 5 requests per second is what we have designed. And more than that request, if it comes, we put them in a queue, and we try to identify whether these requests are really legitimate, or are they valid or not. If they're valid, we'll again process the queue. If they are not valid, we try to drop the request from the queue itself. So this is how we have designed this rate limiting use case. We'll probably go deeper on how we have implemented, but this is how the problem we have identified, and we are trying to put up a solution for this problem. Let's get on to the next slide.